dashes here. He dashes there. He dashes every bloody where. He dashes up. He dashes down. A dashing womble gets all over town. Whoa! Hey everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. So if I can straighten this up a little bit. I got the engine running because it feels like it's chilly. It says it's 57 degrees, but I'm not sure about that. Because there's a bit of a draft out there and it sure as hell feels flipping chillier than that. Anyway, a few things to talk about today. Not been a great day. For several reasons. I decided not to go to dialysis with Mrs. Womble this morning. I hadn't slept too well and barely slept, so she was okay to go on her own. Anyway, came time for her to come home from that, and I was all ready to get going, near enough all ready to get going, and she still wasn't home, and she called to say that she was still at dialysis. She hadn't been very well there at all, and she's been very tired throughout the night. We did have to dash, unfortunately, but she got some rest. Unfortunately, she was in Lee's Summit with the van when she was at the at dialysis. That's where she has to go, and I was here at home, about 10 miles away. So it became a bit of a problem as to how do you get there. Well, yeah, I could have called an Uber, but how long would that take? And how much would it cost? But ended up calling a friend of ours who came along, and a British friend of ours. She came along with her husband, and I got to sit in the back with the doggy. You've already seen pictures of Toby. He's the one that was in the Santa outfit over the Christmas. Anyway, so we got over to see Mrs. Womble. She was still in the van when we got there, but she's okay. She's okay, just very tired. They say that this dialysis stuff is not an exact science. I don't know about you, but that bloody worries me that these flipping... that they say that. Some days she's better than... a lot of days she's fine. Some days affect her a bit more, and this one was one of the worst that she's been affected from it, I think. But so it looks like I'm going to be going out to dialysis a bit more often. Not good. But anyway, upon getting in the vehicle with our friend, she's from England, or actually she's from Wales. But anyway, her husband's from Iowa. Anyway, very nice couple. Anyway, and she told me all about the shooting. Mrs. Womble had already heard about it. She was watching the parade while she was at dialysis, and it's things like that affect her pretty. I think, like, as years go on, it affects her a lot more. And you know, it was supposed to be a happy event. I know, everybody knows I'm not into the Chiefs. I'm not into the NFL at all. And I still am flipping peeved off that they did it on Valentine's Day, when they're interfering with other businesses, small business. But for what happened there, if you've not already heard, I'm sure you have by now, that there was, I believe it was 3 idiots that shot into the crowd. What exactly went on, I honestly don't know. I just read about it just when we got home, along with a few other things I was on YouTube, etc. But then I was reading about that too, and it's damn sickening. It's absolutely. And I was watching some footage. It looked like the police were giving chase to these flipping turds. Nah, actually there's a use for a turd. But anyway, have to figure out something else to call these, because I've got to tell you, they're just cowards. They're cowards. There ain't nothing else to call them. They're just cowards, because they knowingly know what they did, and they ran. They didn't. I don't know what you would do once you've been shot someone. Shot innocent people that were there to enjoy themselves. But to run after it, you think you're a big boy and you're going to shoot someone. You're thinking you're the bee's knees, I've got a gun, I can flipping shoot someone, no one can hurt me. But then you run like a scolded cat. You coward. You're a yellow fucking backed coward. You are a piece of shit. Do not do that. If you've got a beef with someone, go deal with it. You don't flipping bring in a whole bunch of innocent people. Don't necessarily mean that you go shoot about anyone, but you know, just deal with it. You don't have to take a gun. You don't have to flipping make yourself feel flipping big and strong because you've got a flipping gun. That doesn't mean any flipping thing. It just means you're a coward with a gun, that you cannot flipping fight your flipping battles on your own. Stand up for yourself if that's flipping. They're just yellow bellies, yellowback, whatever it is. They're just piece of shit. And I understand that they caught a couple of them. There may have been 3, but I'm not really sure. I hope they hang the bastards. Just hang them. People know who they are. People saw what they did. There's no flipping going through courts or anything. Just hang the bastards. They flipping shot and they shot kids, for crying out loud. Kids got injured. A lady was flipping killed. And actually, I just read that the lady that was killed was the sister of a mayor of Lee Summit, which is where we deliver. It's not good. It's not good. It's too much of this. It's too much flipping cowards. Stop flipping forgiving all these flipping people. that do's flipping stuff. Stop namby-pamby and flipping quit with the flipping. You know exactly what they did. There's probably video footage all over the place of what they did, plus flipping how many witnesses. Flipping hang them by their balls. I don't care. Flipping just hang the bastards. Dirty scum. Cannot abide that. Cannot abide that. Hopefully there's a few that are touch and go. Apparently I saw that of the injured. I don't know how many. It's all new to me, because I really haven't been listening about it all night long. Unfortunately, this was like one of the busiest ripping days of the year for a delivery person. It's not that I didn't care at all. I don't ever think that. But we had to get on and do stuff. And but it's bloody horrible to think that this has gone on. Bloody horrible. This goes on far too much in Kansas City, far too much around the world, because of little scummy cowards, and they need to have something put in place to put the fear into them. I mean, stop being flipping. I don't care what happens to them what happens to these shooters to make them even think that they could do this. I don't care what happened to them before. At some stage during all of this, they would have known that this is wrong, that this is not good. Somewhere along the line they should have flipping didn't, and if they should have known that this was not something that you should do. This is not right. But obviously they didn't. And they didn't pay the price. Don't send them to jail. Don't send them to flipping court. Just waste of bloody time. The lawyers and whatever get flipping rich off of it. Forget all that. Bollocks. Just go get a flipping tree and hang the bastards from it. There ain't nothing to it. I know it sounds flipping bad, but just do it. Because they had no care about anyone that was in that crowd. No care at all. Don't care. They're just scum. And to prevent more of this happening, you need to do something to put the fear of flipping life into the fear into anyone ever thinking about doing such a thing again. Because there's far too many innocent people that have been killed because of idiots like this. Far too many kids have been killed for idiots like this or that, whatever. Anyway, that's not a very good start to the video. In fact, let's cut this video part out. I'm going to put this as a separate. Maybe. Alright. Mrs. Womble wasn't feeling very well, as I said in the previous part. And she she didn't feel well enough to eat throughout the night. She's been pretty weak. Managed to get, when we got home, like I said, we had to work and I kept it at a very minimum for her to do anything. And she doesn't get out a lot to do anything. She'll hold stuff, etc. But anyway, but I got her in the house and she's all settled and such. She's probably snoozing away by now. As I've been out here for a while, I'm on the yacht. Anyway, so I didn't get started until, I think I took a picture of the clocks, maybe about 5 o'clock, something just before there, 5 p.m. So I had started very late, but much later than I wanted. DoorDash map was actually grey at that time. Whether there was too many dashes on or what, I don't know. Don't know what was going on. But anyway, I did get a job. Did finally, you can get on DoorDash. I've switched on Grubhub, switched on Uber Eats. There were several offers coming in from each. Uber Eats. On the Uber app, I've got to turn all those off, actually, forgot all about that. Anyway, on the Uber app, I've turned off, because I'm now signed up for rideshare, I turned all those off. Didn't want to do rideshare because I'm not prepared to do anything at this moment. And so I've turned all that off in the background. I shouldn't hear a damn thing about VPN rideshare, cabs, whatever you want to call it. And yet, funny enough, I keep getting bloody offers for those. Did get a few tonight that were for packages on Uber, but I didn't do any of those. Didn't do anything with Uber, actually. Or Uber Eats, rather. It was mostly DoorDash. Actually, I think it was all DoorDash. Oh, I did have... Oh, that was from the other day. Yesterday, I think I had one from Grubhub. It was $12. And I thought, I'll cash it and put it in my bank. They want to charge you for an instant cash out fee, 50 cents. Okay, I know it's only 50 cents. But why should I have to bloody well pay? Stupid thing is that's where they're going to put it anyway. Like tomorrow maybe, they'll be ready to put it straight into my bank. Or the next day, whenever. Like, makes a bloody sense. Anyway, so yeah, it was mostly, it was all DoorDash. Wasn't as busy as I thought it would be. Well, no, hang on, I lie. There was some busyness going on earlier on, but an awful lot of stacked offers and wrongly stacked offers, in my opinion. You got ones that were at restaurants that they were pairing them with a flipping quick restaurant to a totally flipping shite restaurant. You know, that's going to keep you waiting forever and a day. And you want us to go deliver to 2 people, so you want me to pick up from flipping, I don't know, what's a quick restaurant, Jason's Deli, and then go over to Carver. It's the slowest flipping place on earth. I mean, bloody snails move quicker than that lot in there. And you want me to go to Jason's Deli, pick up someone's order there, leave it in a hot bag in the van, and then go or get Mrs. Womble to cuddle around it so if you can keep it even warmer, because you know darn well I'm going to be in Carver for way too long, because it's going to another customer and they're bloody slow. They're shite. And their pairings were not good. Finally, and there was a lot of them. I was pairing up with, oh crikey, I know On the Border was on that, and On the Border of flipping, On the Border is so flipping slow. So slow. That's when you can get someone. Anyway, but they were pairing them up. Wrong flipping restaurants. They should actually just leave it to the drivers. Because you can't leave it to a new driver probably, but to an experienced driver who knows the restaurants, who's been to a lot of the restaurants for however many years they've worked or months that they've worked, but they'll know which ones to pair. Because at the moment, the only way you could do it is like to take the stacked offers, knock out the flipping one that you know that's going to be a flipping pain in the arse, but then you lose on your acceptance rate. And now that they've upped the acceptance rate where it has to be no less than 90%, I mean, you lose on that, and it's just because the DoorDash system can't figure out how to do a stacked offer properly. Speaking of which, where was we? It was over by Coles, I think, and it was. We just parked up over there. Only been there like a couple of minutes, if that. And this offer came in through Grubhub, and it was pick up at Firebirds. I did get a picture of it, and I think it was paying like $14.50, and it was going, I don't know how many miles, 6 miles, maybe 7 miles, I don't know, maybe not that, but it was going to the other side of town. I went, yeah, I'll take that. I was actually looking for flipping minimums of like $20 to pick today, because I know damn well flipping Valentine's Day is an absolute, it's a very busy time, and people pay an awful lot of money to get their food. An awful lot. Anyway, especially good food, like the Mint. The Mint is flipping absolutely, it's a great place to go, but they get busy. Very busy. But they flipping push it out. They're very good at what they do. Very good. And the son in there, and I don't know who the other kid is in there, but they're both very efficient. And anyway, so that's a restaurant I never ever bother about going to, because they're very good. But anyway, so where was I? So this offer came in through a Firebirds from Grubhub. I said, okay, I'll do that. So I got out of Coles car park, and as I was getting out of Coles car park, about 2 minutes after I'd picked up said yes, I'll do the one from Grubhub, this other offer comes in, and it's for Jack Stack Barbecue, and it was on DoorDash. And I looked at it and I went, it's paying $13. And I looked at it and I went, let's go on the other side, where the other one's going. I'll take that. So I had it arranged that I would take 2 of them to the other side of town, because they were both going in the same direction and not very far at all from each other. So I got over to, so it would have been like $26, $27 or something, whatever it was. And maybe a bit, no, hang on, a bit more than that. Anyway, so I get over to Firebirds, and because Jack Stack's right opposite Firebirds, just the other side of Pryor Road. But anyway, so it was well easy to get those 2, and then all I have to do is come out of flipping Jack Stack's car park, turn around, do a right up on 470, and just find my way to wherever I got to go to. And I would be on the other side of town, no problem. But Firebirds. I don't know if I got there too quick or what happened, but I got in there, and I'd actually been in there earlier on and picked up an order from there, and I sure went in there earlier on, and the order was already on the shelf. Easy pickup, gone by. Didn't even have to see anyone. Anyway, although I like seeing most of them in there. There's a couple that I don't, but anyway. But anyway, went back there, and I don't know who this fella was. Maybe he was the manager or someone. But anyway, he came up. He says, "Oh, you need some help?" I said, "Yep, waiting to pick up for this one." All right. So he came back. He says, "What was the name again?" And I showed him what he wanted to see, what the food was. He says, "I haven't got that order." So he went back in there, and he came back. He said, "No, we haven't got that order." I went, "Okay." What can I do? I had to, I had to go and just unassign it. I wish there was something on. I went through the system on Grubhub, and there was nothing to say where the order hasn't been. The restaurant doesn't have the order. That option was not there, so I had to unassign it. Anyway, so then I just went to Jack's, got that order, and then went off and delivered that. So it was a bit of a disappointing one, because I would have liked flipping both of them. I was like, oh great, I was going to get flipping like $27 or whatever it was, just to go the other side of town and drop off two. Then I would have been by the Mint and could have been joining in with all that fun. Because I can't remember all the places that I went to earlier during the night, but I'll put everything along here, of course. But later on, I did go to the Mint. We were sitting outside of there to begin with, because I knew what it was going to be like from last year. It was, and yeah, the year before. I mean, it was absolute balls to the wall, basically. It was very, very busy, but their son was very good at telling people, drivers, what was happening and all what was going on. I mean, he was very good. There was many adults that flipping couldn't do what that kid did. Of course, he's a very big kid now. I think he grew up overnight. Grew like 3 foot. But anyway, but very nice family. Anyway, and he was very, very good that time. Extremely good. Couldn't flipping. Anyway, it's very hard working. Very. Anyway, but I got over there later. There was nothing happening when we first went. They was busy, starting to get busy with some cars out there. People going in to dine, I suppose. But we ended up going there later on. Can't remember where that order went to. I've been all over the bloody place. And it I keep thinking about all that stuff that's happening in Kansas City. Anyway, so I went in there, and there was a few people that were sitting around, drivers I suppose, waiting. And as soon as I walked in there, the kids, they saw me, they got together and they went, "Oh, we thought we would have seen you earlier. Oh, you're so busy." He says, both of them were there, they were so flipping excited to tell me what had gone on, because, well, we've been going in there a lot. Hell of a lot. Well, 2.5 years, I suppose, we've been going in there for. And we go in there and eat, so they know us pretty well in there. But they said it was lined up out the building. Well, yeah, you know, the last time you had it, you wasn't open. That was the thing. They didn't have the restaurant open when they did did the last Valentine's, but it's and it was packed out there. But the drivers knew what was going on, and most of them stayed. I stayed to wait, but told the customers what was going on and all that. Always tell your customers. Anyway, did a couple of jobs later on tonight. Did one at Buffalo Wild Wings. Crikey, can't remember what the price. Oh, that was either $9. Might have been $9. Weren't going all that far. It was later on. We were coming back from Greenwood, I think. And anyway, did that. Did another one for $10 where I dropped near enough where we dropped off. Picked up from a Taco Bell down there, and then an offer came in from somewhere else, and it was coming to Raytown. So all of which I would have put up here, and I probably would have spoken over everything. Delivered to one house tonight, or during the night. It's now 2 a.m. by the way, on a Thursday morning. Yeah. And I need to get indoors and get this flipping video done, because we got an event tomorrow, or today rather, a lunch I put together, so for Mrs. Womble, so we get a few people together for that. She doesn't know what's happening yet, but she knows she's going to lunch at one of her favourite places. More of a favourite place than mine. But anyway. But no, so we go and have that. She says she's going to feel better for that. She probably will, because she likes that place a lot. And if you haven't been there, it's called the Greenwood Country Tea Room. Been there, we've been going there since I came into the country, which was bloody hell. It'd be 25 years. 25 years this October. Wow. Crikey. Anyway, so that might cheer her up a bit. Hopefully she'll feel better. Maybe a good sleep if you can help. Anyway, I hope everyone else did really well for the Valentine's Day. Hopefully, if you were in the Kansas City area, that you didn't have family there and all your family's all okay. And hopefully what the scum... Hopefully all that were injured, etc., in that I don't know how to describe it. The words are not coming. Not good words. Hopefully all involved are gonna be okay. Hopefully all the kids are okay. And hopefully someone starts putting flipping something better into the law or whatever, to make sure that these flipping lunatics, cowards, understand that this is not a good thing to do, and never do it again. And we don't want anyone else. I want to open up the Tower of London. Put them on the stretching things or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. Plus it looks good that there's some people that are actually maybe liking the content. You may not like tonight's content, can't help that, just have to tell you what I feel. And I don't feel good that that's happened. And I'm sure a hell of a lot of other people are the same too. But I happen just to talk about it on here. And hit the thumbs up button. Apparently it does something to the algorithm within YouTube, and makes the channel grow somehow. Gets it all out to more people. And what's the other one? Hit the bell icon too. All of which are down there. The bell icon will just send you notifications when I put a thing out. New video. Speaking of new videos, there is another one that I'm putting out, a short video, and it's about these idiot flipping people that put these flipping new housing estates together. I'll put a link to it down below. I'm sure I'm going to have it out soon. I don't know why they don't put the flipping numbers up there so you can see the damn things, or make them visible. Stop blending them into the bloody building. Dumbasses. Anyway, and put some bloody lighting up in these places. Crying out loud. What are you flipping these flipping development flipping people born in bloody caves or what? Grief. You see these people taking their dogs for a walk flipping with a torch or whatever, because it's the only bloody way they can see where they're going. And for the rest of us to see them. Bloody stupid. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry if you're offended by what I've said, but you know, that's what I have to. I just don't hold back on that. I can't stand in there that flipping lark. And anyway, if you didn't like it, bollocks. Anyway, it's just, thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.